So, radio. I have a radio, and here it is. It's part of this hi-fi system that my dad gave to me as a hand-me-down. But only FM though. AM works like trash even though I got this stupid loop antenna for it. Why did I spend 10 ringgit on you? But I grew up listening nonetheless. I had a combi radio tuner stroke alarm clock thing in my childhood bedroom, and I have really fond memories of coming home from primary school and putting on hits and Red FM. But with that said though, radio in Malaysia is actually really boring. All you're gonna hear is either chart hits or oldies. We don't have anything like BBC Radio 4 or NPR. And so that means no alternative stations, no genre stations, nothing. It's just really sad. Towards the end of my secondary school years, I started thinking about listening to some actual quality stuff. And so I started tuning into this.
BFM 89.9.
Yeah, it's BFM. But the thing with BFM is it's literally the only quality talk radio station in Malaysia. It has current affairs programming, arts programming, review shows, alternative music. That's everything I want from a radio station. And no, you're not allowed to call me a Damansara elitist prick, okay? It's not my fault you're an uncultured swine. Okay, sure. I first started listening to BFM when I was around 16, I think. And from then until now, there's not been a better radio station in Malaysia, in my opinion. At least none that I can listen to every day. There's just no station out there that has beaten what BFM has to offer. One of my favorite things about BFM is actually the voices and the presenters. Okay lah, they're maybe kind of slightly pretentious, but that's what makes them unique in Malaysia. Because if you listen to any other radio station, you get faux enthusiasm and disjointed patter. But not BFM. They're a talk radio station. So that means calm voices, but fun voices. It's a sort of cool, understated confidence about them. The thing with listening to radio as much as I have is the fact that you gain this skill where you can tell voices apart with a scary amount of clarity. I've listened to BFM for around 5 years now, and if I just listen to it, I can tell you immediately just by the voice who's Tishao Ik, who's Kamraslan, Calvin Yi, Frida Liu, just by the voice. It's really weird. But there's this one voice that comes on at 5 o'clock every day that has an almost heavenly quality to it.
It's 5:14 and you're listening to the Evening Edition with Lynn and Sharmila. We are talking today about how, at least in countries like the United States and the UK, there is a whole movement of people, of workers actually resigning and looking for something new.
If you can't tell from the glowing praise I just gave her, I really like the voice, but I can't seem to figure out why. Maybe I think it's because it has this old world female presenter quality to it. Like, I can sit back and put on Rangkaian Biru when that still existed, and I'd hear her voice saying, "Inilah Radio Malaysia," or something like that. The voice, I think, is strong but elegant, gentle yet confident. It's honestly just a joy to listen to. If she decided to create a 12-hour-long radio program on how to make paint, I would sit by the speaker and listen to it until I fainted because of dehydration. That's how much I love it. I really just adore Lee Chwi Lynn. I think you can tell that by now. She has accompanied me and a million other motorists for well over 10 years now. She was working when I was in primary school. That is fucking insane. But in all seriousness, behind my fondness for this faceless voice, I actually found myself asking, wait, why do I like this person so much? Because feelings are these weird things, right? Where you don't really know they're there until you realize they're there. And when it's too late, I found myself asking, hey, what's happening? It's weird. I know it's really, really weird. This wanderlust I have for this person, if you can even call it that, has persisted in me ever since I started listening to BFM. And I think it's because it serves as a calm constant in this tempest that I call life. Maybe that explains things. The reason I wanted to make this video is to get some things off my chest. I came to a realization recently that I was getting older. And so is this woman across the airwaves, which feels insane. The passage of time is this weird thing that we don't realize is taking place until we see a tangible difference. Yet here's this woman, same voice, day in, day out, at the same time, same place. There's a melancholy sadness about it, I think, but unbeknownst to us, time is moving. Its boots are marching. It sounds deafening until one day we can't hear it anymore. I think it's truly bizarre how we idealize such banal things. And it's weird because we live in a generation where living vicariously is not only so possible, but it's the norm. I get rather sad about the passage of time. Impermanence is the damnedest thing. And maybe that's why I grow these unruly branches out of me that cling on to every weird and wonderful thing that I cherish. I hope and pray that they become roots, but I know that they're buried in sand and not earth. And one day when everything is swept away, so will I. Lee Chwi Lynn has done some amazing things in her time. But for me and other people who tune in, she's made our days just by being herself, by being funny, intelligent, and witty. That's an amazing thing, I think. But more than that, she's become a constant. What I mean is, in this thing where we're day by day battered about, we crave something that we can rely on. And when I need her most, she's there. Every day, 5 o'clock, all I have to do is tune in, sit back, and let the music play.